So I used to believe in all this like energy vampire kind of stuff, when you're super sensitive that you can take on other people's energies so much and you have to be really protective of your energy and block people out and kind of like be careful who you spend time with and all of that. I mean, I still think it's really important to be selective about what you surround yourself with. But I'm realizing more and more how if we ourselves are filling up the space that is us with what our intention is, how we want to show up, like filling ourselves up with our own sense of self, nobody can get past that. Nobody can, it doesn't even have to be a protection thing anymore. It's not like you need protection or to block it. It's more like now it's impossible for someone to leak into that. There's no leakage that can happen because you end up actually being so strong in yourself that whatever someone else's energy is putting out or pushing forward to you, it's like your body is like its own, I was going to say armor, but I don't want it to sound so much like it's a blocking. It's just kind of like, if you think of a solid object or a solid, like something really strong and takes up space, has volume, you cannot actually get into that object. Like if it's porous, if it's spongy, if it's if it can take in a lot, if it can absorb a lot, if that's the way it is made, then of course it will take it in. But I think that we have the power to actually make ourselves more or less absorbent. And I think when we look at it this way, instead of it being an armor, we allow ourselves to still take in good energy. Like, it's like we don't have to, because I've done videos in the past about how being sensitive is actually a superpower, not a weakness. It actually gives us the ability to feel not just emotions that other people might see as like hard to take on, anger, fear, resentment, all those things, but it also allows us to feel joy and excitement and to like have fun. And I feel the same with this sort of idea of filling yourself up with your sense of self so much that other negative feelings or negative energies can actually shake you, but at the same time the positive can really impact you and put you in this like energy of awe and excitement, and you can still take in those great experiences. You don't have this like shielding you from the good and the bad. It's just, no, you're sitting in your solid sense of self, and it doesn't matter what is happening around you or who's talking in a certain way, or even if someone's insulting you or hurting your feelings or could be hurt, trying to hurt your feelings. It can't actually shake you because your foundation is so strong. So I feel like one of the best ways to, what can make us fill ourselves up with our sense of self? And one thing is just to get really connected to our bodies and how we feel into our bodies. And for me, dance and movement is a huge part of that. Like just really getting into your muscle memory, feeling into like what your body wants, when knowing what feels good to it and what doesn't. Also knowing your values. I've been talking a lot about like getting a sense of your values. not letting people shake you in terms of like, if you believe something, even if other people can't see it or don't view things the same way as you, you can be open to their perception, but it doesn't make you start doubting yourself. So filling yourself up with yourself so that you're so solid means doing things that you love. Making sure that you prioritize yourself, not just helping other people. That you actually find out what are your core values that you want to stand by. And if someone else comes along and starts, putting out this energy that they want to shake that from you, they won't be able to. Like, probably the people that would even want to do that to anyone or think that they can wouldn't even choose you to do it on, because they could feel how solid you are. I've talked about this before. There are some people in life that will never be approached with like that, bad energy. Like, they don't get people that try to manipulate them a lot or try to shake them or use them or take up too much of their time and waste their time, because other people can feel how strong the solid person is in themselves. They don't have to be stubborn. They don't have to be big and aggressive and scary looking or feeling. It's not a fear thing. It's like an actual, you feel your substance. You feel what you're made of, and you filled yourself up with that so strongly and so confidently and so fully that there isn't space for other people to try to break that from you. There's space to welcome other people, to get to know them, to learn new things, to like get excited about new experiences. But that's really different than someone being able to shake from you, how you want to show up in the world. Like, knowing, if you know how you want to show up in the world and you know who you are and what you want to experience, other people, I feel like you would not even have this experience of like energy vampires. You wouldn't feel like anybody can suck your energy out of you, because you would be so full of your own energy that the people that would come around you would mostly be people that would be really in alignment with that. And anybody that isn't would very quickly feel that they wouldn't be able to get to you, and it would be a waste of their time. I just wanted to share that with you. I've had a lot of people asking me lately, or just sharing with me their feeling of depletion from friends, families, strangers, co-workers that seem to like really burden them with their woes and their sorrows and their traumas and their, and we want to try to be compassionate, and then a lot of these people will say to me like, I don't know how to be there for these people because I feel really drained afterwards. But I really feel like if we fill ourselves up with what it is that we want, what we like to do, who we are, those same people could come up to us and do the same thing. We will not feel it. It will not be able to get through us. We might lend a few helpful words of encouragement or advice, but past that, there'll be no energy vampire sucking from it. It'll just be you standing in your grounding, standing in who you are, and maybe it will be enough just for that person to be around your energy to lift them up a little bit. Thanks for listening. I am enjoying another beautiful day in Vancouver. I hope you guys are all having a great week. I will talk to you soon.